What was the ballsiest thing you did in high school? Not proud of this, but I didn't complete my final exam, which was actually a presentation, for a class. The presentations happened over a few days. Teacher was a little forgetful, so when it was my turn to go, I expressed confusion and said I already went, and long story short, was confident enough that she said, "Oh yeah, I remember you did X, right?" And I said yes, and I got an A. I felt really guilty afterward, but I was enough of a little shit senior that I never owned up to it. No one ratted me out though. Parked my car next to exit right beside world history class and just nonchalantly walked out the doors and left almost every day. I parked on an incline so I could roll away from the building before starting the engine. Then I just cruised around for an hour before going home. In all fairness, I must admit the world history teacher was a super cool dude and good friends with my grandfather, who was on the school board and also his teacher and coach when he was younger, and a good friend. Jumped out the window to escape from a class on a bed. Ended up talking my way out of it somehow. Would have made it too, except one fucking girl ripped the shades open to watch me. Was my last class of the day for a year, the teacher was not exactly the brightest guy, and one of my best friends was in the class. I think we cheated on every single assignment. Literally just passing test papers between us, as a class, until we were all sure that we had the right answers. My boyfriend at the time, and I were leaving a party, we'd been drinking, and this guy who'd been at the party tried to fight everyone all night came at us with a knife, a small one. I don't even recall why now, but I just snapped, and I grabbed him by his shirt front, lifted him off the ground and yelled at him. Don't know what I said, but he took off when I let go of him. That was a weird out-of-body type experience and totally out of character for me. Not me, but in '06 when I was a freshman, a girl in my class asked to use the restroom. The teacher agreed and asked if she could fill his water bottle on the way back. Most of the class didn't like this teacher. He was a gym teacher filling and teaching history, like where are the credentials? Also a super creep with the girls. Anyway, this girl fills his water bottle up with toilet water. No shit or piss, but still. Watch him drink it. Nasty. I was a slightly nerdy 14-year-old girl. Broke into a classroom in the dark at night. It was like 8 p.m. in winter, but still, so I could turn in an assignment that was late so I didn't fail the class. Stuffed it into the folder with the other assignments. A shitpunk kid with a huge mohawk helped me break in exchange for me putting in an assignment for him too. I wonder where that guy is now. The high school bully beat up my best friend over a girl. I had no idea it happened until I met my friend to walk to school and he was busted up and told me what happened. I was enraged, and when we got to school I walked straight up to the bully and laid a swift headbutt on his nose and proceeded to kick his ass in front of the whole school. The one and only fight I've ever had. Embarrassed smiley face. Went to a college prep high school, so it was a campus. Went into the school's most highly secured bathroom mazes and lit and sparked up a bowl right there. The smoke alarm went off. I panicked, so I shoved everything in my bag, ran to the other side of campus, went into a different building's bathroom and lifted up the ceiling panel to put my weed in. Used to get high in the library. Took a teacher's desk and put it in the bathroom. Took a quarter stick and flushed it with a long fuse just before teacher went for his usual shit. Ordered speed to the ag shop multiple times. We had fun in high school with graduating. The 80s were a fucking blast. Class of '83. Let my friend pepper spray me in the C Hall bathroom between second and third period for $43. Do not recommend. Hold out for at least $100. The rest of the day I told half the people I saw that I'm allergic to peanut butter and the other that half my grandma died. I've calmed down a lot since then. I didn't want to go to school in the morning during school time, so I went downstairs to the basement and locked myself there before my uncle came downstairs to check the room. That scared me to hide in the heating room until he left without checking the specific room. Smiley face. Climbed on the roof with some friends sophomore year with a bucket full of water and everything we needed to make a gravity bong. Walked around on the roof for a bit, peed on top of the security cameras. We weren't in their line of sight. Never got figured out. Had sex in the unisex bathrooms a few times. Ripped a bong in same bathroom a few times. Did mushrooms at school. Hopped on roof during school hours. Went to drug and alcohol counseling on meth. I'd probably some more dumb shit, but high school sucked ass, man. In our cooking class, there were 4 groups and the teacher wanted each group to come up with a name. My group was all guys and they dared me to tell the teacher we wanted our group to be called 420. I did it and the teacher was shocked. I stole a security golf cart with an easy-go key during an AP Physics field trip at the TX State Fair. I was giving people rides to and from their cars in the parking lot. I got arrested in front of my classmates and teacher. I handed my crush a Valentine gift. It was a box of chocolate and a teddy bear with a card. We chatted the next day and texted on Messenger. Then slowly but surely she would start to ghost me. We never even went on a date. In an attempt to impress my crush, I started smoking, only to find out he actually thought that was unattractive and only told me he liked smoker girls so I would leave him alone, thinking I wouldn't have the balls to do it. My uncle was a police officer. One night my friends and I took his car. We pulled over our friends, ran red lights, goofed around all night. Looking back, it was a really bad idea. I'm glad we didn't get caught. I kept a flask filled with Southern Comfort in my HS locker that I and some friends routinely swigged from during the school day. As a child of alcoholic parents, I am proud to say I grew out of that immaturity. I jerked off in freshman biology class while sitting right next to my lab partner. We were watching a random science movie, nothing sexual, and I was apparently wildly bored and horny. Not my proudest moment. This obnoxious douche kid was being particularly annoying, using a mic Connect box as a kazoo, and I punched him in the arm as hard as I could. Felt damn good and nothing bad happened as a result. Sharpen a crayon and a pencil sharpener, 'cause I'm a G like that. Speech freedom. Reddit. The subreddit that is a Wild West exercise full expression. God bless America. The First Amendment. Went to school while tripping on mushrooms. English teacher could tell I was high and made me stand in front of the class reading Macbeth for the entire 45-minute period. Did a sketch at the Dare Assembly basically making fun of Dare. Aqua Teens knockoff about kids stopping other kids from doing weed, and every damn one of us were stoners. I went to a military boarding school and, at the same time, I was constantly on acid and or high. Every day was an adventure. I have no idea how I never got caught. Band teacher put up flyers in the school for a concert that started at 7 p.m. I changed the signs to read 7:30 p.m. Had a ton of parents and band members show up late. Ran for homecoming king because a friend in ASB said they needed more candidates. Made top 4 out of 7, beating out a couple other kids I thought were more popular. On our last day of high school we let 4 pigs loose in the school grounds. We numbered them 1, 2, 3 and 5. The school is probably still searching for number 4. Ate acid in the courtyard. Smoked weed in ISD and school detention. Set off dry ice bombs, highly recommend. Cut class majority of the time, graduated on time. Not too bad, but I'd brought alcohol in a monster bottle and let everyone drink it in 10th grade. Also fired fireworks in the parking lot as school let out. Not while I was a student, but my husband and I snuck into my old high school and had sex at the sinks in front of the mirrors in the girls' locker room. Gave a BJ in the faculty bathroom to a guy I was seeing. Our HS was just one big looped hallway, so it was a miracle we entered and exited without tissue. Somebody put their spaghetti where I was gonna put my lunchbox. I swiped the plate on the floor, got hit in face with a football, but it was worth it. I mean, high school just started like a month ago, but I sparred against my friend who practiced judo. I don't have any experience in martial arts. I pretended to be a reporter from my high school reporter to meet a cute basketball player from another school. Didn't work out in the end. Climbed out the window during history class and made a beeline for the parking lot while my teacher wrote notes on the board. Donuts in a stolen car on the lawn. All the lawns, not the football field though, with someone my friend met on web TV. I was 18 and banged my 25-year-old English teacher. In her car, in the faculty parking lot. We are still friends, playful face. I knocked a kid's tooth out that was trying to bully me. Somehow only got 3 days suspension. The 90s were great. I'm not sure if this is considered ballsy, but I pierced my lip in the back of my 10th grade English class. Used to crawl locker room window during last hour gym. Started my evening early on those days. Climbed on top of the natatorium at night, opened a window in the roof and jumped in the pool. Took a few Ambien at lunch, don't remember much after that. Apparently, I had quite the time. Froze a beer, buried it overnight, dug it up and poured into soda can. Enjoyed during class. Played WAP over the school speakers. Close second is asking my crush to the ball prom. Gave my girlfriend a rim job in Daniel in the backseat of my friend's car when we were 14. Split up a quarter pound of weed in the back of class in the school chapel. Admittedly accidentally set off the fire alarm after school was evacuated. Fingered my GF in front of the school after school waiting for my ride. I told her we were dating, rather than asking. It worked somehow. I had sex with one of my classmates during lunch in the theater. Has my balls licked by my GF near the bleachers during lunch. As a former bullied child, going full bloom vigilante mode.